What is going on, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to be discussing Jon Jones because he's been in the news today. There was a report that came out that Jon Jones allegedly threatened a drug tester's life at his home. And, you know, all of UFC X, MMA X or Twitter or whatever, pretty much went into a frenzy and were like, no way, Jon Jones did something bad again. And, obviously these are allegations, so I didn't really take anything into too much craziness. I was like, you know what? Like, I feel like we have to see if he's guilty or not before saying, like, oh my God, Jon Jones, he should be stripped of the title, blah, blah, blah. It should be Tom Aspinall as the champion. If it was true, then that should be the case, that he should be stripped. But we can't go into the situation and just believe the other person. We have to look at it and see if it's true but right now, it seems like, I'm not saying that he debunked it, but he showed video proof on his Instagram and pretty much showed a video from his Ring camera at his house that he did not really do anything. It didn't look like he threatened somebody. It was pretty much him just walking, the two drug testers out. He high-fived one of them and just walked them out of his house. Apparently, I'm going to read his post. But I guess there was like a birthday party going on that day or something like that at his house. But I'm going to go ahead and read Jon Jones' statement that he made on Instagram. This is what he said. I want to address reports about me allegedly threatening a drug tester's life and taking a phone. I want to clarify that there is no video showing both drug testers leaving my home after the testing session where we exchanged a high five and a hug. Although I was frustrated with unprofessionalism and used profanity out of frustration and ended friendly and amicably, nothing threatening at all, I was actually celebrating a friend's birthday party at my home, and I believed it's perfectly normal to celebrate in the comfort of my own home. I must say this particular tester behaved quite unprofessionally and even breached standard protocol along the HIPAA laws. Throughout my 20 years of being subjected to drug tests, I have never encountered such an incident with a DCO officer before. So that's what he said on Instagram. So he pretty much, and he showed, his Ring camera of the day that they came out. And I'm not saying that this completely absolves him of him being innocent, but, we can't just jump to conclusions right away and say that he's guilty. We have to see from his side as well. There's always two sides to a situation, two sides to a story. And I understand, listen, Jon Jones has had a checker pass throughout his entire career. I mean, it's been documented, it's been shown, and he has done awful things. We know this already, you know what I mean? And he will probably say himself that he has done awful things, but, we always have to see, and it has to be proved that he did something like that. We can't just, obviously just because it's Jon Jones, we can't just say, oh my God, he's guilty or whatever. We have to see, these are allegations at the end of the day. And I'm not saying he's innocent or guilty. Just because he showed a Ring camera, that doesn't just mean that he's innocent. That doesn't mean that he's innocent. Okay? But listen, we can't just jump to conclusions immediately when we get this type of information. This is what the issue is, especially nowadays. People always want to jump to conclusions before even seeing, Jones' side to the story, because there's always two sides, There's the drug tester side, and then you have Jon Jones' side, and he said his piece on Instagram. And I don't know what's going to be happening now. I'm assuming they might go to court. I don't know. I have no idea what the hell is going to happen next. But listen, we can't say that Jon Jones is guilty. I think it's a little ridiculous. Obviously, if it comes out and they say he's guilty, then he's cooked. He's cooked. But, in this situation, we have to just believe the process. Apparently, this drug test, according to what I read from from an article, according to it, they said that this drug testing company is working alongside the UFC to drug test their fighters. So if this comes out and it's not good for the drug testers, they should be obviously punished as well if they lied about an allegation, about Jon Jones. If they lied and it's found out to be true that they lied, then they should be punished as well. It should not only be Jon Jones that should be punished if Jon Jones is found guilty. It should, listen, they need to be held accountable for their actions if what Jon Jones is saying is true. And I mean, listen, he showed video evidence, and it seemed like nothing too crazy. He seemed like he was talking to them, walking them outside, you know, and he high-fived one of them, and he pretty much was walking them to their car, and he just left them alone, and that was it. That's what we saw from the video. So we'll see what happens next. We have to see what's going to happen next, because at the end of the day, we don't know the full story just yet. Just because, I mean, we heard both of their sides. So one side said that, you know, he threatened them to kill them, and then then Jon Jones' side said nothing like that happened. I was a little upset. I used profanity, but at the end of the day, it ended nicely or whatever. And he said himself that they, you know, that one of the drug testers, you know, was unprofessional and breached the standard protocol along with the HIPAA laws. So that's an allegation as well, but we'll see what happens, you know. But we can't just jump to conclusions every single time, and it doesn't even come down to just Jon Jones or UFC fighters. That's just anything in general. But people want to jump to conclusions, be like, "Oh my God, Jon Jones, of course he did this." Like, no, bro, we don't know the whole side of the story. We don't know, you know. Listen, we'll see what happens. I'm assuming that we're gonna get more information, but let me know what you guys think about the whole situation. Who knows? I'm not entirely sure what's gonna happen next. We'll see what happens, but thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you soon with another video. Peace out.